Okay, so I'm now perfectly adequate now. So I'm in a room. There's a 5x5 grid of tiles. This is clearly one of those things where you have to go in a certain way around the tiles. Otherwise you get splattered, because there are things on the side. Spikes on the side. And there is a book at the start here with 5 symbols. Over.
Okay, what colour is the book? Over.
It is blue. Over.
That's terrible. These are all green or red. Over.
Ah? Okay, well, the book is blue, but there's a little bit of red, so maybe that's it? Over?
That's very confusing. Can you describe the first 2 symbols, and I'll see if I can match it from that. Over.
Okay, so the first one, looks like the top half of a cyanide and happiness character. It's a oval, but only half the oval. 2 lines coming out looking like arms. The top looks like a head with a bow on top. And the second one looks like the... Okay. Second one looks like the tip of a penis with a line and then a line coming off it. Over.
Okay, so a cat person, then someone who's put a key into their penis. Over.
Yes, that's exactly it. Yes, over.
Okay, I think I've got the right one. I'm just going to check the rest just to verify.
Right, well, the next one is the pie with the... It's actually quite difficult because like the icon is inside of the paper fold they've made it, so it's not exactly the best. So this one, I think, is the pie with the hook in it with the circle on top, but the circle doesn't have a... Well, it's not a circle, it's more of a very flat oval on this one. Over.
Okay, I think I found the correct book. These are all very similar symbols on these books. So if I try and describe it to you now, so the first symbol, yeah, it's like a cat person. They've got their arms up in the air. This is one of the more distinctive ones. That's correct. Over.
Yep, if you just continue doing it and I'll say if it's wrong. That's probably the best way of doing it, so let's do that then. Over.
Okay, yeah, and then the next one, yes, it's very penisy. In fact, it's got 2 curvy ball type bits. And oh wait, the thing that is sticking out is just a little rod. There's no point coming out of that, so it's not like a key. So I need to go find a different book. Over.
Yeah, the one that's pointing out, there's no circle, there's no other circles. It's literally just like a half an oval, as again, there's a tip, because there's a line through like the top half of it, and then there is a vertical line coming out the tip, and then perpendicular halfway above that line is not above, sorry, halfway along that line is a slightly smaller line. Over.
Okay, I've moved on to a different book now. So the cat person at the start, do they have like an actual a body that takes up space, or is it just a line? Over.
Line that takes... What do you mean by takes up space? Over.
Is it a 2D shape, or is it just a line? Over.
It's a shape? I'm not really sure. I mean, there are lines, but it's a... Like I said, it's an oval, half an oval, 2 line arms coming out. There's a diamond for a head, but also like triangles on top of the diamond. Over.
Okay, I've gone back to the very first book I started on now, so I'm more confident that this is the correct one. Just because there's quite a lot of subtle variances in these very similar symbols. Over.
Okay, do you want to describe the rest of them? Just start from 3. We know what the penis looks like. Over.
Yes, we've adequately described the keenness. started from symbol 3. So yes, it's very similar to the one we had earlier on, like a pi symbol, but then there's a hook going through it, and then at the top there is a flattened oval with no lines inside it. Is that correct? Over?
Yep, that one's correct. Over.
Okay, so the fourth symbol looks like a bit like a. Let's say it looks like sort of like a mannequin with boxing gloves on. Over.
Yes, there's a flat line at the bottom. There's a line going up in the middle of that to a circle. Underneath the circle, there's like a you would describe as arms going out and then upwards to 2 circles above those lines. Over.
Yes, that matches what I can see here. Over.
Okay, good. And then the last one is it's like a boat. It's like a bowl, which okay, yeah, it's like a bowl. There's a half of water in it, and then there's like what looks like there's building blocks. There's a thin building block, and then a slightly fatter building block, and then a building block on the top that has a dot in the middle and a line coming above it. Over.
Yeah, that sounds like what I've got here. I'm just checking the other books just to be sure, but most of them look like they've got pictures of houses or something on that bit instead. Over.
Yeah, this is definitely not a house. I think I know what the house the icon you're talking about, because I think that's one of the first tiles that I saw. Over.
Okay, well, we're fairly confident we've got the correct book at least, so let me have a look at this and get the instructions over to you. Over.
I will await further instructions. Over.
Okay, so it's sort of like a bit of a puzzle in terms of how you order it. So I will read out the instructions first, and then we can try and understand what they exactly mean. Over.
Okay, yeah, that's probably for the best. Over.
Okay, so there's 6 lines of instructions.
Oh, God.
So we've got starting in the far west corner, 1 moves north thrice, take 1 step south, but not before taking 2 steps east. Continue towards the eastern wall, then head towards the end of it all. Over.
How very cryptic. Okay. Over.
I'm going to try and draw this on some paper. Over. This is a 5x5 grid, right? Over.
It is, yeah. You do that. I'm just going to nip to the toilet.
Okay, I've drawn a little diagram of what I think needs to happen. So I'll try and direct you from that. Over.
Okay, so which side do we start at? Over.
It says start in the far west corner, so I guess that's your far left then. Over.
I really hope so. Over.
It'd be insane if it was upside down now, wouldn't it? Over.
I don't know. I don't trust this game.
I mean, you get to respawn. They can only do the trick once, can't they?
Yeah, that's true. Okay. So starting on this side. Yeah, let's just continue. Over.
Okay, so you are in the far west corner, so you need to take 3 steps forwards. Over.
2. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Okay. Over.
You need to take 2 steps east. Over.
2 steps east. Over.
1 step south. Over.
1 step south. Over.
The next instruction just says continue towards the eastern wall. So that's either 1 or 2 steps. It's not super specific. Over.
Okay, let me do 2 steps. Looks like I'm still alive, so okay. Over.
And then it says head toward the end of it all. So I assume you just proceed north from here. Over.
Yep, let's do that. Yep, there it is. It is. We've got Vlad the Impaler, and is that another? Okay. Over.
Excellent. I think another door's opened up here, so I'll just go investigate that. Over.
What else is going on here? Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
What's going on?
welcome to tonight's feature show.
I'm in a theatre and someone's announcing something to me. Over.
Yeah, same thing here as well. Over.
He stopped talking now, so I'm going to try and explore a bit more. Over. Is there anything particularly interesting on your end? Over.
Yeah, there's a lot. So to the left as we come in, there's a bunch of clothes. But I don't think that's important because we can't seem to interact with them, so never mind. In front of me is a trapdoor, which I can't do anything with, although there is a interaction thing. In front of that, there is a lever that says Scene 1, which I assume you use when you've done the scene. To the right of that is a light that says Blood Light, and there's a switch. I can turn it on and off, but it doesn't seem to do anything at the minute. However, like the main centerpiece is like 6 levers that you can turn around. The top left one, which is number 1, you would say in the sequence, is broke, it looks like, but the rest of them are fine. There's 6 of them, 3 in each row. Sorry, over.
Okay. Well, I'm in. Well, firstly, there's lots of chairs leading up to a stage, and it looks like you can control what is on the stage here. At the back of the stage, there's a trapdoor that I can interact with, but it doesn't do anything yet. So I think, because there's also a gramophone in here, I'm going to be given a list of stage instructions, and I'm going to have to tell you how to set up the stage. Over.
Oof. Okay. Right. So should we use these to see what these levers to see what they do first? Over.
Let me list this gramophone first, and then, yeah, we'll experiment a bit to find out what everything means. Over.
Sure. Let's go. Over.
Fucking hell, there's something at the back of the room. Is there a monster in this cave? Over?
I think that's what the shadow is. I'm not sure that I mentioned like an hour ago now, but I think there's something around. Over.
I just turned around to look at the entrance to the room, and there's just a thing suspended in the air with glowing eyes in the doorway. Over.
Oh my. Don't go close to it, I guess, or do? I don't know. Over.
I'm gonna stay on the stage for now. Over.
Right. So, have you got any details on what we need to do here at all, Over?
It's just moved when I turned away from it. If I move towards it, my vision goes all funny. Over.
Yeah, let's best not go near it then, I guess. Over.
I think if I look at the stage to find out what you've done, this thing is going to advance on me and kill me. Over.
Okay. Well, I mean, we could just reset from the checkpoint. That's fine. So, let's give it a go then. Over.
Oh, I'm being thoroughly menaced. Okay, so I've only received one instruction from the gramophone. It just says there once was a castle filled with life. Over.
Okay. Right. Let me do the first lever here. I'm turning it. Has anything happened? Over.
I heard a noise. Over.
Well, I've done it a few times now. Has anything happened? Over.
Oh god, it just moved again. I'm standing at the back of the stage, so I can keep that thing in my eye line. So if you move it again, I should actually be able to see in my peripheral vision what's going on. Over.
Right, I've been doing it. This is the number 2 lever, so I'm not sure. Is anything happening here, over?
Yes, I'm looking at the back of this thing. It's like an arch, and there's a little picture of a castle drawn on it, so that must be correct. It's currently in the centre of the stage. Over.
Is it moving at all, or is it... I don't really know. Is it moving, or is it going back, or whatever, over?
If you press it again, I'll tell you when a thing happens. Over. Okay, so did you just press it once then? Over.
No, I pressed it like 6 times, over.
Okay, try pressing it just once, and we'll see just how much actually happens. Over. Oh, okay, the thing's moved again. Over.
Make sure you keep it in your vision then, I guess? If that's a thing that happens, over.
I was looking at it at the time. I think maybe we're just on a timer again.
Yeah, that's probably it. Oh, Christ, okay. Right. Let me just move it. This is once anti-clockwise? Over?
Okay, I heard something, but I didn't see any changes that time. Over.
Okay, you know what? Let's just move on to the next lever. So this is number 2 now. If I do this clockwise. Is anything at all happening, over?
A king has entered the stage. Over.
Is it not doing anything else after that? Because I keep turning it. Is it just stuck there now? Over.
Yeah, oh, the thing moved just as I was trying to get on the radio. Yeah, he's just sort of stood on the stage now. He just slid in from the side, and he's not moving any further. Over.
So I'm wondering if we just need to... Because it says we're filled with life, so I was wondering if I just need to keep doing the levers? Because I don't think it seems to be doing anything after this. Over.
Yeah, if you just try and get the castle in and get it behind the king, that might be what we need to do. Over. Oh, something else has just arrived. Over.
Right, well I've done all of the levers now. Has anything else happened here? Over.
The queen has arrived as well. Over.
Right, let's just have a look at here. Right, well I had like cardboard cutouts in on the rooms to the side, and they're all gone now. Except for the castle. Is the castle... Well, I mean, it's an archway more of anything, really. But is it, like, there?
The castle isn't here, but the stage is otherwise filled with stuff. There's a king who's gone mad, and then some villagers and a jester. Over.
Is the castle there now? Because it's not on my part. Over.
The castle is now in the centre, so let's leave the castle there. Is anything else able to... Is anything else able to move any further? Over.
I'll just keep winding them all just to see if anything happens. So it's very likely that the third one is the king, the fourth one is the queen. Maybe the jester is the fifth one, and then the last one is the villagers or something. Over.
Okay, so the killer king And the group are now in the castle. Over.
Is everyone in the castle now? Over.
The king and queen are not. Over. I've lost access to most of my vision because the thing is hovering above the stage. Over.
Yeah, me too. So this is clearly a very timed event then. Over.
I'm not sure what else to do here. Maybe you have to take the Mad King out of the castle? Over?
Nope.
The marionette finished the scene. Okay.
Oh, well, then. Fair enough.
Not sure what that means.